Coffee break with me. Woo! Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. How are you today? Today I'm here with part 4 to my spring 2017 decluttering, and I want to keep this video as short and concise as possible. Rather, I want to keep the intro and the outro as short as possible because I have a lot of product to go through, and I feel like this is going to be one of those videos where it would be a lot more beneficial to show you guys a full-on close swatch of what I'm talking about, and then you guys can get a better idea, like, oh my god, I've always wanted Max Spice. That's what it looks like on someone with, you know, Dani's skin tone or whatever. Anyway, so if you guys want to know what a declutter is, why I declutter, what happens to the stuff that I declutter, blah, 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 all of that stuff, go watch another declutter video where I talk about it. Like, I've had to repeat myself so much that I just like fast forward through it like an infomercial. But basically, I'm just going through my stuff and I'm purging. You know, I'm letting go of things that are too similar, that don't work out for me, that are expired, that someone could get better use of, or that I have multiples of. Or, you know, too similar or whatever. I think I already said that. Anyway, so what we're going to do today is we're going to declutter my lip liners. And my lip liners are back there. These are my ColourPop lippy sticks, and then right next to them are the lip liners. So we're going to go through those, and I'm going to essentially swatch, declutter, and then organize by shade. And I sort of had them that way, but my son likes to play with them. So some days I'm so tired that I just kind of jam them right back in to any slot and not even care. So what we're gonna do is go through them, swatch them, and hopefully cut them down significantly. But it's gonna be very difficult because lip liners are my favorite lip product. Yes, I think I'm like the only person in the world. There's like the chapstick lovers, the liquid lipstick lovers, the matte lipstick lovers, the lip gloss lovers. I'm like, no, lip liners. Lip liners for life, like for real. So I love, 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 love lip liners. So that's what we're gonna do. If you guys are interested in seeing my palette declutter, my foundation, concealer, whatever declutter, or what was the other one that I did? I don't even remember. But if you want to see that one too, it'll all be linked in the description box below. Anyway, without any further ado, I haven't said that in a while because I feel like everyone says that. Anyway, let's just get into it. So we're gonna get rid of lip liners based on 3 sets of criteria. A, if it is dried out, meaning that it has separated from the sides of the packaging or the container or whatever it comes in, whether it is wood or plastic, if it has separated from the sides, it's dried out. B, if it's too firm, hard, stiff, or pulls or tugs on the lips, that's what she said. Or C, if I already have something that is way too similar to it, and it's just not smart to keep it, or I have the same shade, but I like the formula better in a different brand. Okay, so those are the 3 things we're gonna be looking out for. I'm gonna start from bottom to top just because I don't have as many reds, purples, pinks as I do nudes. We got a whole 2 sections of nudes up here. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with purples and plums, but like I said, my child plays with them, so they may be a little mixed up. And also, I really hope that my hands of a working woman do not offend some of you guys. This is Modern from Serenity+Scott. Obviously, we're gonna keep that because that is one of my favorites. It's also one of Sam's favorites. This is NYX Y2K. It's also one of my favorites. I actually love this for like a really cool grungy lip, but I think that I have a ColourPop one that is very similar to that one. It's called Nevermind. And you guys know how I feel about the ColourPop formula. Okay, it's not the same. You guys can tell Nevermind is more purple and the Y2K one is a little bit more brown. Then we have this one from JCat, and that's a 212. Let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. This is 212 Roseberry, I think it's called. And it's not even twisting up. I guess I wasn't trying hard enough. So this is Roseberry. Oh man, that's a beautiful color. I need to get on that more. I'm trying to position myself so you guys can get like the best view possible. This is Pepper from ColourPop, and I think this was limited edition. This is actually a really beautiful color, but it's too purpley pink, and it makes my teeth look yellow. Then I have NARS, what is this? NARS Marihi Island Beach. Well, that's pretty. Kind of looks like something I would already have though. But it is NARS, am I right? Okay, let me turn this way. There's better lighting. Makeup Forever. You know what? I can't even with Makeup Forever stuff, you guys. I don't know how I feel about that. I can't even with Makeup Forever. Like, I'm so over like their numbering and stuff. I always get so confused with the names and whatever. It's just too much work. I know that sounded ridiculous, but I totally just passed on it. This is MAC's Pink Treat, and this is one of my mom's favorite lip liners ever. This formula kind of reminds me of the Kat Von D lip liners. It's very, very similar, but it is a little bit thicker, so it does get chunky if you don't distribute it evenly. But I love it, and I don't know why Pink Treat is in there, but you know, we don't need to get into that. Oh, this is Annabelle. One of my subscribers sent this to me from Canada, I believe. Look how pretty that color is. The formula of these Annabelle lip liners is amazing. Oh, the name is Boysenberry. And she was telling me that they're really, really, really affordable drugstore lip liners. I don't think I've used this one ever. It looks brand new. This is Avon Natural T520. Of course, there's a natural in here. Oh, snap. Look at how pretty that color is. We're definitely keeping that, but that's not even in the right place. I need to organize this container. ColourPop Fern. Oh God, that's gorgeous, but it's purple, and purple makes my lips look purple. Purple makes my lips look purple. My teeth look yellow. This is Ellarie, and I really love this red lip liner. This kind of reminds me of Homegirl from Kat Von D, which I recently purchased, but I have to put it in a haul video before I show you guys. Razor from ColourPop. This was a collaboration. So pretty. I honestly can't get over ColourPop lip liners. Some people tell me they're like not their favorite, which I can't get behind that because they're amazing. This is Leather from ColourPop. Again, it's a purple one, but it's a really deep, deep, deep vampy purple, which won't make my lips or my teeth look yellow. This is Grind. You guys, when I recently started, look at, do you see when a lip liner dries out? Do you see how the tip is falling out? So it's not clinging to the sides of the pencil anymore. It doesn't mean it doesn't work or it's broken. It's just kind of annoying, and it does break from the tip if you're not careful. This is called Grind, and this was a color that I used to wear a lot 4 years ago when I started my channel. Well, not 4 years ago, because ColourPop was around only 3 years ago. Anyway, it was one of the first colors that ColourPop came out with, and I was so in love with it because it was bright purple and I thought it looked amazing, but you know. This is Pitch. And this is just a dark, dark, dark brown. I know it looks ugly, but I would totally use it because you know how I feel about brown anything. This is Paranoid from Urban Decay, and I'm not even sure if this is a permanent color. I'm so conflicted with like Urban Decay lip liners because I always think like I like them, but then I find lip liners that I like a little bit more than the 24/7. The 24/7 formula is good, but it's like, is it really life-changing? So I'm gonna put that in like a maybe pile. This is another Rocker Chic from JCat in the color Trap Queen. And let's see what this one looks like. Holy dried out Batman. That one won't even swatch. Okay, well that's not working. This is from Jordana, and this is called Rosenberry, one of my favorite colors. This is like a $1 lip liner that everyone needs in their lives. It looks almost identical to MAC Soar, which again, everyone needs in their lives. And I think the fact that it's like a couple of bucks, plus it looks like a really popular matte color, plus the formula is amazing, you need it in your lives. Just gonna say that. This is another Makeup Forever Aqua Lip in the shade 10C. Oh, Makeup Forever, you need to get pretty names. Makeup Forever has one of those lip liner formulas that's like really smooth and creamy, but if you overswipe, like you swipe over swipe, it picks up the color. I think that's probably why I got rid of the eyeliners too. This, can I show you this for a second? Like, I wonder if it'll even zoom in. Do you see how I maimed this lip liner? Completely maimed. I thought it was one of those lip liners that you needed to sharpen, but it's really a twist up. So I totally just disgraced the poor guy. Like, he's so broken. He's so hard to use, and it was one of my favorite colors. I remember I had to special order this from, no, Sam had to special order it for me from an actual Bloomingdale's store, and they had to send it to me because it was out of stock for months. It is NARS El Agua. Beautiful color, but I can't use it. Every time I use it, it like wiggles and breaks. So that makes me sad. This is Magenta from MAC. Again, a really beautiful color, one of my favorites, but putting it on, you literally add like 10 years of life to the texture of your lips because it's so hard. So this is the color that I would have to wear by putting on a layer of chapstick first and then running this on top and almost creating like my own lipstick. But you guys, ain't nobody got time for that. Rocker Chic from JCat in Rocketeer. God, why are these so hard to twist up? Seriously. Oh yeah, buddy, look at that. Chocolate brown lip liner. Moving on to Hands Up High from JCat. These are so hit or miss. They're either like super dried out or not. Like these two are really, really creamy. I don't know, that's kind of dark. What do you think? That one right there? It's kind of dark, like in a not cute way. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass on that. It's almost, I don't know, like a grayish chocolate brown. This is Clinique's Sky Violet, and this was one of my favorites for quite some time. It's a really beautiful pink color. It reminds me a lot of Eastend Snob from Rimmel, but it's from Clinique, so we're gonna put that in the maybe pile. This is from OCC, and it's the color Lydia. Amazing color. Formula is okay. It's not anything life-changing, but the color is so pretty that it's like, well, you know, you might want to hold on to it. This is another one from Annabelle, I think it's a Canadian brand. I'm not sure if they're actually Canadian or you can just find it in Canada. Yeah, it is. It's a Canadian brand from Montreal. This is in the shade Bordeaux. This is a really beautiful burgundy color. This kind of looks like, oh, it's from MAC. Which one from MAC? We'll have to, when we get there, I will think about it. Well, I don't even know if we will because I might run out of room. Then ColourPop's Flawless. Let's see. Ooh, look at that. It's probably limited edition. You guys can't find it, and it's totally beautiful, and I think you need it, but probably won't be able to get it. Oh, ColourPop. So we're keeping that. This is ColourPop's Creature. I think this was their very first collaboration project ever. It's literally the prettiest, vampiest, deepest, most burgundy, most maroon, most dark, 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 dried blood color of life. Best color ever. Then we have Bound. Bound, I think, is one of their best sellers, or it was, or they, you know, they might have even discontinued it. But Bound was like one of their best nudes in their permanent collection. Bound and Button, actually. It was like a toss-up between the two. This is Dopey. Oh my God, do you guys remember how Dopey was sold out for months and months and months and months? That's Dopey. I mean, with good reason. Considering how good the ColourPop formula is, it doesn't surprise me. This is from Makeup Forever as well, but this is not an aqua lip. This is just one of their regular high precision wooden pencils in the color 14. And you know, the funny thing is, like, the formula of their wooden pencils is better than the aqua lip. Like, I actually want to keep this one. The other ones are just like aggravating to me. And this is NYX Mauve. NYX Mauve. That's really pretty, but I'm not sold on the formula. Like, it's good, but it's not like life-changing. I'll put it in the maybe pile. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with reds and oranges. This is Ruby Woo from MAC, and I'm a little torn because it's a classic. It's like a MAC cult product, but I prefer MAC Cherry, and Ruby Woo is notoriously one of the drier or driest MAC products. So I'm gonna pass that on, I think. This is Urban Decay's 714. And it's in the special Gwen Stefani collab packaging. And it's just a beautiful, classic, cool toned raspberry red. I think I'm gonna keep it just because you guys know how I feel about my Gwen. This is ColourPop. You see how ColourPops are dry? They're really, really good and super creamy, but I feel because they are so emollient and so hydrating, they dry out faster because of that ratio of, you know, wet products if that's even the proper way to say it. This is Chichi. It's one of the cuter ones. I feel like this one can make my teeth look yellow sometimes. It really depends on like what I'm wearing and everything. But it's one of my favorite ColourPop shades. So we're gonna hold on to that. This is ColourPop Lion King. That's a really pretty, almost like a deepened raspberry. I think this was a collab. I think it was a collab with Carucci. This is Max What a Blast, and you can tell I really like it because every single time I want to use it, it needs to be sharpened. And this is a total dupe, I think. I want to say with certainty that it's a total dupe for a Go-Go from Kat Von D. But until I know for sure, I'm going to keep it. Here is a few Aqua XLs from Makeup Forever. And I think... I'm a little nervous. I don't think I'm gonna like any of these. This is 17C. They're kind of like tuggy. You know what I mean? Like they're creamy, but they tug. They're not as like slippery creamy. This is 8C. This one's a little creamier, but still, it's not like, whoa, my God, panty dropping. This one is one of my favorite colors ever. This is 14C. You can tell, look at how loved it is. Beautiful shade. I do have a lot of similar shades to that one. In fact, I don't know why this one's here. This is like a mauve color. I'm gonna keep it because you can tell just by the size of it alone how many times I've used it. So sometimes you pick colors, even if they're not the best formula, you hold on to them because they're a color that you really like or use frequently. This is Hex from Urban Decay. And this is one of my favorites in the fall. I actually had this in a favorites a month or two in a row. So next is another Gwen collab. This is Wonderland. I don't know if Wonderland became permanent. Kind of reminds me of Mac Cherry, so I'm gonna have to compare those two. This is from Besame Cosmetics, and this is a dual-sided lip liner brush. And Besame is known for healthier ingredients and their like vintage antique type flair to their cosmetics. The formula of these lip liners is incredible. It is a little bit more expensive and you are getting two different colors, but less product obviously. So those are the two colors in this one. I don't know the name of this one, the name or the shade. I don't know if they even have a range on the lip liners because you know, that's how awesome I am at my job. This one is ColourPop Contempo. This is another color that was sold out for quite a bit of time when it released with their, I don't know, I think it was like a spring collection or something. Not one of my favorites. I actually held on to it because it was a popular trendy shade, but it's definitely not anything life-changing. This is Rock Steady, another Gwen shade. Can we talk about this red? This all over the mouth, just this color alone, and it's gonna look amazing. You're gonna get that like classic Gwen red lip. This is Max Burgundy, and this is the color that I was thinking when I swatched that other shade earlier today, but side by side, they're definitely not similar, so I'm gonna keep both. And I actually totally stole this from my mom. In case you guys were wondering, the Thug Life thing is for real. I steal lip liners from my mom. Just kidding, I told her I was stealing it. This is Dahlia from ColourPop. Let me get this all the way up here. That's Dahlia from ColourPop. Really beautiful, like burnt burgundy. Man, I gotta stop keeping so many vampy shades. You guys are kind of getting an idea of the colors that I like. It's like super extreme, like either just a classic nude, like a smoky mauve, or a deep, 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 deep burgundy. This is Mulberry from Jordana. This one is a good one, but you can't get misled by like first swatch or first impression. This is one of those lip liners that's really great, but you have to warm it up a little bit. So like upon first swipe, you're like, it's okay, I don't think I ever want to use it. Oh yes, I do. And then you kind of love it. So it's a good one. It's definitely a keeper. This is Max Cherry. This is the color that I was telling you guys. Classic red. Just, I mean, if you want like Crayola red, just standard red, Max Cherry. It's not the most emollient or creamy pencil, but if you have lip balm on or hydrated lips, or you just exfoliated, you shouldn't have an issue with it. This lip liner is nude. I don't know why it's in this pile, but since we're on it, I have never been more dissatisfied and upset and disappointed in a luxury brand lip liner than with the Marc Jacobs. These are so ridiculously expensive. The variation of colors is ridiculous, and they dry out super fast, and this happens. Like literally the entire tip falls out. Of every single one that I have, I purchased 3, and within months, they were dried out, they were broken, and they were falling out of the whatever it's called, the packaging. I mean, I talked about these so much in a video. I raved about how awesome they were, how much I love them, but I mean, in order, like, to pay that much for a lip liner and for it to die on you is absolutely appalling. This is ColourPop's freaking Frack. Is it brown? Is it red? I don't know. It depends. Are you going to use a red lipstick? Or are you going to use a nude lipstick? Depending on what you decide is the color that it takes on. This is from Clinique, and this is the shade Intense Passion. This line of lip liners from Clinique is so good. Like, they're so soft, creamy. It's almost like you're putting on a lipstick in lip liner format. Super good. This is kind of what I wish the formula of Max Cherry was, but if you can tell the difference in the colors, this one is so much prettier. So much, like, it's so sexy. This one over here, it's like a safe red. It's almost like a little splash of raspberry in there. This is ColourPop's Clique or Click. I mean, if you know everything about me, you know how I like my orange anything. So that's a keeper. This is Gash from Urban Decay. Gash is one of my favorite reds from Urban Decay. It's that like beautiful like blood red. I know that sounds gross and graphic, and considering the way my hands look recently, we don't need to get into that. But it's that perfect burnt red shade. So it's going to give you the red lip, but it's a little bit more sophisticated and a little bit more fall and vampy. Look, another one from ColourPop that's falling out of the dispenser or whatever. This is London Fog, one of my favorite reds. I didn't realize I had so many red shades that I was totally in love with, but what can I say? Obviously, I need to start wearing red lipstick more often, right? This is Poison. You guys are probably wondering why I have so many ColourPop lip liners, especially when you see my ColourPop lippy stick collection, which has like 4. But I've told you guys in so many videos how I feel about ColourPop lip liners. They're amazing. They're just absolutely amazing. What color did I say this was? Poison? Beautiful color. Actually, that kind of looks like Gash. You see that? Totally looks like Gash. But one is $18 or $20 and the other one's $5. This is from Milani, and I think this is like the only Milani lip liner I own. And this is called Bordeaux. Being in frame might help, right? So look at that. Did you see how much I struggled? Not at all to put that on. So it's a beautiful formula. The ones that you need to sharpen are amazing. Another Aqua XL from Makeup Forever. This is in the shade 19C. Don't know but I need another one of those colors. This is like a classic raspberry in a formula that I'm not necessarily a fan of. This is Bichette from ColourPop. You see the tip? Another one with the tip that's falling out. Oh man, ColourPop. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do about that? I'm gonna work on that. Can we talk about that though? Like, you would forgive that, right? With a color like that. I would totally forgive it. I mean, I have, considering that I'm keeping like almost every ColourPop lip liner I have. This is from Annabelle, that Canadian brand, and this is the shade Nude. Totally in the wrong place. It's totally cool, but look at that shade. Who cares, right? This is Urban Decay's 69. That's a really pretty red, but I'm not sure it's doing it for me. Like, I feel like we've seen it already somewhere along the way, and I don't know, I'm gonna have to think about it. Now another ColourPop, and I accidentally just maimed it completely by opening it up. This is the shade Dazed. Ooh, where am I gonna put this? Should I put it like here? Yeah, that's really pretty. I don't know if it's that unique though, compared to everything else that I've tried. Yeah, let's pass it on. Then we have one from the Carucci collab, or one of the collabs. This is Rooch. Oh man, that's pretty. The thing I like about ColourPop lip liners in like the vampy shades is that they're not patchy or streaky, which is not what I can say for most brands. This is Urban Decay's Bad Blood. This is just a classic red. Actually, that looks almost identical to MAC Cherry. Huh. And it's obviously not as like tough and rough and, you know, lip scraping. Moving on to pinks. My poor arm. You guys see my arm? I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's like super, super stained. This is Jordana's Pink Love. Oh, that's nice. I don't know if that would look cute on me though. Can you guys even see? Being in frame might be a little helpful, right? I don't know. I'm not convinced. I think I'm gonna pass that one on. Oh, look at that. Another Makeup Forever Aqua Lip. Oh, you guys. I really just need a... Could you imagine what this looks like on me? Like, actually, can you not? Then we have ColourPop. Look at another one that's falling apart. ColourPop Fetch. No, it's not happening. It's not doing it for me. Why is this even in here? This is a Pro Sculpting Lip. How do you do this? Is this the one with the white thing? I think this is the one with like the white powder on one side. Yeah. This is a little weird. So we're just gonna put this in a different pile because it shouldn't even be here. Then we have another one from JCat, Rocker Chic, Rocker blah blah blah. Well, that's a keeper. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's such a pretty pink. It's like a hot pink, but like a safe hot pink. Can you guys hear Ernesta barking? Sorry about that. This is I Heart This from ColourPop, and it's not broken. Look at that. What a beautiful hot pink shade. That's like a grown-up hot pink. This is NYX Hot Pink, and this claims to be like waterproof, sweatproof, all kinds of proof. My problem with this shade here is that it's a really blue pink, and these don't look that good on me. Or rather, these don't look good on me. I'm like, what are you saying, Dani? This is Westy from ColourPop. That's just a little too pale. You know, I'm like, I have my favorite pale pinks already that I like. This is MAC's Embrace Me. Oh my God, this is my favorite hot pink ever. But again, the formula of MAC wooden pencils, it's just so hit or miss. It really depends on the pigment type, like the type of pigment that the pencil is, how hard or firm or whatever it is. It's my favorite color. But let me see something really quick. I think that I might have a color in here that's very similar to it. I think it's this one, Scandy from ColourPop. I think it's similar. No, it's not similar. Actually, this one's like super dried out. Do you see how it's like flaking? I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's like totally pilling together. Okay, we'll just keep Embrace Me for now, and then if I ever need to use it, I'll have to figure out my life. This is Boots from ColourPop, and Boots is an actual eyeliner, but I put it in the lip liner pile because, hello, it's pink. And it got broken. Did you see that? Holy crap, ColourPop, you're disappointing me today. Actually, that looks really similar to Embrace Me. Did you see that? Huh, that's interesting. Okay, well, that's good to know. This is Big Bang from Urban Decay, and it's a metallic lip liner, which is so bizarre because, right, it's a lip liner. Usually you see that in eyeliners. That's that color right there. Can you guys see? Super pretty, but it is, what's the word? Skippy, like it skips. The color skips, so you have to like really get after it. Look at this, another one. This is the color Button. This is a nude, and it's just a really, really classic dark, like brownish nude. One of my faves, and it's one of the OG ColourPop shades, actually. This is ColourPop Gossip. Can we talk about that again? Like, do we need to point it out every single time it happens? I don't think so. I'm not gonna keep that, actually. That's gonna be a no. This is Firebird from the Gwen collection with Urban Decay. Should probably sharpen it. so I can actually get like a true assessment. So this is another one that's like sort of metallic, not really. It has a little bit of duochrome to it, but because it is a lip liner, it's not very obvious. I prefer the lipstick that, you know, the Firebird lipstick. This is another Aqua lip from Makeup Forever, and this is in the shade 16C. Just a classic hot pink. Pass that one on. ColourPop. Oh, you guys, we should do like a what's it called? A pool. Do we think it's gonna be falling out of the dispenser, the container, or not? Do we think it's gonna be dried out or not? Let's see. Oh, surprise, surprise. Who cares? Look at how pretty that shade is. It's like an electric hot pink / coral. Another Urban Decay Gwen Stefani collab. This is the shade Phone Call. That's actually not that pretty, right? It's kind of blah. It's like, kind of boring. We'll pass that on. Another Makeup Forever Aqua lip. I'm not even gonna swatch that. And then another Marc Jacobs that I totally went on a rant about, and we're gonna pass that on. I bet you if I open it, it's broken. All right, nudes. We're gonna need like an extra SD card for this pile because these are how many nude lip liners I have. There's so many, they don't even fit in the frame. So we're just gonna jump right in. Automatically, I see a pink in here that shouldn't even be in here. This is the Rimmel Exaggerate in Eastend Snob, which is my favorite pink lip liner ever. And let me make sure I'm in frame again, because y'all know how I've been doing. This is like a nude pink, but I feel like I should put it in the pink pile because I have so many nudes already. What do we say? This is Natural from NYX. I think I'm gonna pass this one on just because it's a really average, neutral, natural nude shade, and the formula, albeit it's not awful, but it's not the best. This is one of my very first lip liners ever. I've had this lip liner for at least 15 years. It's stripped down from MAC. My mom actually gave it to me, and it is kind of dried out now. Well, I mean, it is a MAC lip liner, so it's not that soft to begin with. But I don't want to let it go simply for nostalgic reasons. It reminds me of my mom, so we're gonna go ahead and keep that. This is Conspiracy from Urban Decay. It's one of the most beautiful brown lip liners ever, and the formula is great. I feel like with brown lip liners, the formula is always usually pretty great. This is Ex-Girlfriend from Urban Decay, and I've talked about this in my favorites before. Really beautiful, creamy nude. It's nice for all over the lips, or even just for, just kind of like to even out the shade of your lips. This is Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury. My friend Sam and I were obsessed with this lip liner for the longest time. Like, we used it nonstop for like 2 months. It's so good. It gives you that like perfect Kim Kardashian pout. This is actually a lip liner. This used to be my everyday lip liner. From when I was, I would say like 17 to maybe 20. I would use this as my lip liner, and then I would fill in my actual lip portion with a CoverGirl, oh, I'm so embarrassed to say this, with a champagne pearl lipstick from CoverGirl. Look at how dark this nude is, you guys. So this is like my lip liner, and then in the center, I would use a metallic shimmery champagne shade. You guys, it was all the rage. I know you're judging me, but I promise you it was in style. This is Shea Moisture in medium, and it's definitely a must-have for a drugstore lip liner. I believe it only comes in 3 different shades, light, medium, and deep. And so you're supposed to get the one that matches your complexion because it is a nude lip liner. But I was like, thug life, don't tell me how to live my life. I'm gonna get medium. This is Prestige Sand, and this, what's the story of this one? I feel like I have a story with this. Well, who cares, because it hurts. That's how dry it is. This is e.l.f. Oh, this is one of those e.l.f. that's like line and define. Like, it has a lip line, it has a dark side and a light side so that you can line and then fill in. So one side is a beautiful nude, and then the other side is like a shimmering like metallic color. It's cool in concept, but I don't really see myself reaching for it just because the formula of the nude is not as creamy as like other nudes that I already have. This is Oak from MAC. Again, another wooden pencil, so you look forward to that tugging and pulling. And I'm not about that life when it comes to nudes. I mean, I have so many nudes that are so good already. This is MAC's BFF 2. I didn't even know they had a BFF 2. There's that. That's kind of like that smoky grayish type nude that looks horrendous on me. I tried to rock it a little bit and most people weren't fans. This is Makeup Forever's number 10 and it's the wooden Makeup Forever pencils, which you guys know I prefer. And that's the shade right there. It's really pretty, but I'm gonna put that in a maybe because I'm not really sold. This is ColourPop's Tootsie. Another grayish. On me, this looks awful. I wore it once. A lot of people liked it. A lot of people hated it. I personally, I'm like, I've looked better. Max Whirl, cult product. If you were to say like, oh my God, are you about the hype of Mac Whirl? I would say no, but it is a cult product, so I feel like I should hold on to it. This is ColourPop's BFF 3. Classic brown, but I'm going to pass on it because I think it is limited edition or it was discontinued, and I have another brown shade. I think it's called Conspiracy from Urban Decay that looks just like it. This is a collab color from the Carucci collection. It's just a pretty dark nude. I'm gonna pass on that. This is another one from Makeup Forever in number 11. I'm gonna swatch it right next to number 10 so you guys can see the shade difference. But I'm not that crazy about it. I feel like it looks a little bit like Frida and I love that one more. Speaking of Frida, let's see how close I was to the color. Okay, it was kind of similar, right? There they are. Frida, you guys, come on. Do I even need to talk about Frida? Frida's my jam. This is ColourPop, look at that. This is ColourPop. Skimpy. Skimpy looks awful on me. I don't know why I kept it. It looks horrendous. It's funny because it looks darker here, but it looks like concealer on me. Then we have Wet. Wet was one of those audacious colors that ColourPop launched, like one of those like really unique, I think they had a green, like a metallic green. This is like a cement color. I'm gonna go with no on that. I don't even know why it even made it in here. This is Edge to Edge from MAC, one of my mom's favorite lip liners. Beautiful pink, but it's very stiff, like extra stiff normally from like MAC products. So I'm gonna say no on that. Huda Beauty in Trophy Wife. I think this was in my monthly favorites for a month or a few months. It's just stunning. It's like the most beautiful, I don't know how to even describe it. It's like a red meets raspberry meets pink. Then we have Urban Decay's Wallflower. I believe this shade was discontinued. I think it's one of the older formulas of Urban Decay pencils, so I'm gonna pass on that one. This is NYX 1000 Years. I do recommend everyone get this pencil. It's very unique. It's like a grayish brown. If you want to rock the grayish lip trend, this is the way to go because it's not that gray and it's not going to wash you out. It'll make you look a little washed out, but not as bad as like a typical grayish, like, what's the other one that I was telling you guys about? When it comes to me, I'll let you know. This is Shea Moisture in the light. So you guys remember medium? This is light, so you guys can see the difference. This is one of those shades that you would use almost like an all-over lip liner just to even out the skin, like the skin tone of your lips. It's really pretty. It's very soft and creamy, but it's, again, kind of basic, so I'm gonna pass on that. This is Grunge from ColourPop, and it's just a really pretty brown. It has like a splash of raspberry in it. Do you see? So it's not like that stark like chocolate or brownie brown. It has that splash of raspberry. So it's definitely a beautiful color. I wish they made it permanent. This is half red, and I think I had mentioned this before. It's like, is it red? Is it brown? Is it sort of red? Is it sort of like a vampy mauvey shade? Like, what color is it? It's so unique. Again, kind of like 1000 Years. Half red, must have. Another wooden pencil from MAC. This is Boldly Bare. Really beautiful shade, and it's actually quite unique. There's not a lot of shades like it. When you see it, you're like, oh, it's a classic nude. I have 1,000 of those. Do you though? It's really unique because it's like a peach meets nude with like a splash of brown in it. It's super unique. I really like it. I just wish they were creamier, but I feel like not enough people agree with that concept of MAC lip liners. And I feel like with MAC lip liners, they're such a cult product and people have gotten so used to the formula that it lasts longer on certain people. Like even though they're drier, they do cling to the lips a little bit better than other lip liners. This color that I swatched for you guys is Spice, another cult shade from MAC. Such a beautiful shade, super, super cool for like fall and winter nude lips. This is another color from JCat and it's called So Fawn of You. Again, nothing that unique or special, so I'm gonna pass that on. Then we have Subculture. The only reason I have Subculture is because it's one of Candy Johnson's favorite colors. On her, Subculture looks like an angel flew down from the heavens and like licked her lips. Like that's how amazing Subculture looks on her. On me, it looks like nothing special and it's super dry. I mean, ridiculously dry. This is BFF from ColourPop, not unique enough to hold on to. Then we have Oh Snap from ColourPop. Again, not unique enough to hold on to. Then we have two lip liners from Gorgeous Cosmetics. And these I'm torn because the colors are pretty and the formula is very unique. It has like a little bit of sparkle in it. It's like, is that sparkle in the lip liner? Yeah, it is. It's almost like a satin finish. But when I put them on, I'm always felt like feeling unsatisfied. Like something's missing. Like they're just not, they're missing just that special oomph in them. So I'm gonna pass on both of those. Wow, we're almost done, but I'm running out of space. NYX in Ever. You guys, this Ever from NYX, you need it. Add that to your list of 1,000 years. And what's the other color that I told you guys you needed? Max Spice, and I should write that in the description. This is Kay from Karuchi from her collection. Just a typical brown. This is kind of one of those like products that you want to travel with in case you use brown eyeliner and you like brown lips. That's like a 2-for-1 right there. Then we have Naked 2 from Urban Decay. Again, not very unique, not very special. It doesn't stand on its own, you know, it's not that special. Okay, we were almost done and then my camera died. What the snatch. This is the last pencil that I have and this is from Smashbox, one of those always sharp where you untwist the cover and it automatically sharpens it for you. That makes me feel really uncomfortable. I feel like I'm just wasting way too much lip liner, but I guess there's no way to find out. Just a classic peachy nude. But because it makes me feel a little uncomfortable, I'm just gonna go with a no on that. And that is it for this lip liner declutter, you guys. I know you guys want the satisfaction of seeing how much stuff we're getting rid of. So in case you were wondering, it needs 2 hands. These are all the pencils that we're passing on. I'm gonna go through them again and throw away the ones that are dried out and then put in the pass on pile the ones that I'm gonna give, you know, a new loving home to. And so this is what we ended up with. For someone that claims to be obsessed with lip liners and claiming that they are my #1 favorite lip product, which they are, I feel like I did a very good job at decluttering. Wouldn't you say? They're just lip liners, Dani. They're just lip liners. I can't even imagine when I have to do blushes and highlighters. Anyway. If I lost my panties over a lip liner and you needed it in your life, or I said that you needed it in your life, like Eastend Snob from Rimmel, I will link it in the description box below. And I'll just list it. I'll list like my must-have, like my top 10 must-have lip liners. I'll list them there. If there are others where I was like, why is this in my collection? You never need it. Burn it. Throw it away. I probably shouldn't list that because it's a benefit for no one. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with this, but we're gonna continue on with this declutter and we'll probably be finished by Christmas. So I hope that you guys are enjoying it. I hope that it's inspired you to go through your collection and maybe, I don't know, let go of things that just aren't doing it for you anymore and maybe someone else could use them. Or hey, if they're expired, then maybe your trash could use them. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I love you so much, and you know what to do. If you found this video useful, entertaining, or learned something, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, this coffee break is over. Bye guys!